Claire is an Australian woman who comes to Berlin looking for new experiences that she couldn't have in her home country. She knows that what she's doing is a bit of a cliché, but she still wants to follow her dreams in a new place. When Claire gets there, she tries to make friends with everyone around her because she feels lonely and vulnerable. Claire spends her first night in Berlin on a rooftop with some people she doesn't know. In the morning, she takes pictures of the city as the sun rises. The next day, Claire walks around the city, buys some small items at a flea market, and keeps taking pictures. She takes a break in a bookstore, looking through a book about Gustav Klimt. Just as she is about to cross the street, she helps a man next to her who has dropped his books. He starts talking to her and asks if she is by herself. She finds out that the man is a German English teacher at a sports school. As they shake hands, they say their names are Claire and Andy. They have a good time together. He talks to her, and she can tell what he's really like, but they end up hanging out for almost the whole day. Claire says she is there because she wants to take pictures of GDR buildings and make a book. Andy doesn't get why she's so interested in it. He tells her that he teaches English at a sports college. He takes her back to the hostel that night, and she tells him she will be going to Dresden the next day. As she is about to get out of the car, they almost kiss, but he stops and says goodbye. The next day, Claire is unsure about going to Dresden like she had planned. She looks for the bookstore where she first met Andy. It's not surprising that Andy is there, and Claire finds him looking at a book about Klimt. She starts talking to him. In the next scene, they are enjoying a beer at a nearby bar and chatting about her photography. He's a young person from Berlin who doesn't seem very interested in the politics of East Germany. She doesn't realize that he might have some history related to that time, which has shaped his views. They discuss this until he discovers a necklace with a wedding ring on it. Claire's mom gave her a ring and said that if she ever had problems, she could sell it and return home. Later, Andy and Claire are in his car. He's driving her to his apartment in an old, empty building. The place is in bad shape, and she quickly sees that it's very quiet because no one lives there anymore. They go into his apartment, and she looks around, seeing that the doors won't open. Andy walks over to Claire while she looks out the window. They start kissing and taking each other's clothes off, then go to his bedroom and sleep together. Later, Andy says he wishes they could stay like that forever, not really knowing each other. Claire says she wishes they could have stayed there forever, too. The next day, Andy is at work giving a talk to high school students. He asks the students about the reading they had to do over the weekend and tells Frank to respond. She has obviously read the book, so she explains the question well, even though her English is not perfect. While Claire is waking up in the apartment, she talks to herself. When she tries to leave, she sees that the doors are locked and can't find a key. As she looks around the apartment, she finds a locked room, some red nail polish in the bathroom, and a school photo of Andy. Claire is frustrated about being stuck in the apartment all day, not knowing that things are about to get worse for her. Andy finishes work and sees Peter and Jana. They invite him to have a drink with them, but he says no. He explains that he has to meet someone later, even though Peter keeps asking. When Andy gets home, he sees Claire making tea and saying that she couldn't find the key to the house. She asks him if he saved one for her, and Andy acts like he just forgot to put it on the table. That night, they go to a club, and Claire still thinks he's a good guy. They go to bed together, and the next morning he leaves a key for her on the dresser. Claire gets up when he goes out and makes some breakfast. While she's in the kitchen, she sees another Klimt book. In the book, she discovers a picture of a woman with the word "mine" written on her back. This scares Claire, so she looks at her own back and sees the same writing. She quickly uses the key that Andy gave her, but it doesn't work. The windows are also stuck, so her only other option is to take her phone and charge it to call for help. Sadly, as soon as she turns on the phone, she notices that Andy has removed her SIM card. Suddenly, Claire understands that she's not just visiting his apartment. She might actually be trapped. She picks up a chair and tries to break a window, but then she sees that he has made sure the glass is too strong to break. Claire stands by the door waiting for Andy, but she can't go outside because he comes back in. It looks like she is confused about what's happening. He doesn't answer her request to open the door and only starts talking when he looks out the window and sees the mess. Claire tries to speak to him calmly, but he just tells her that if she tries to break the windows again, he will have to cover them up. Andy begins to cook dinner as if everything is normal, while she tries to talk to him. He tells her that she chose to stay instead of going to Dresden, but Claire replies that she only said that after they had sex and it doesn't really mean anything. After a while, Claire gets very upset and tries to fight him to open the door, but he is stronger and tells her that no one can hear her. The next day, Andy continues with his life as if nothing happened and goes to see his father at one of his talks. During a boring lecture, he feels like looking at the pictures he took of Claire when his dad asks him for his thoughts on East Germany. They have dinner together and argue about small matters, and then Andy mentions that he has met someone new. His dad asks what happened to the other girl. When Andy says she went back to Canada and the new one is from Australia, his dad wonders why he always chooses girls who are just visiting. He doesn't know that his son has a woman tied up and quiet at his apartment. When he gets home, it looks like he has her held down on the bed, covered in plastic with only a towel underneath. One night, after his run, he comes back to the apartment and puts his keys in a locker that holds all her important papers and belongings. Andy takes off Claire's bindings and shows her what he has bought for her. He says he told his dad about them and texted her mom to let her know she's all right. Claire gets up, covered in pee, and says she's not okay. She adds that her mom will find out where she is because she used her card to pay for drinks. While she is taking a shower, she finds some blonde hair in the drain, which means she isn't the first person to use that bathroom. Later, Andy is holding her down on the bed and taking pictures of her. She asks him not to hold her down again because she can't go anywhere. Before he leaves for work, he puts the keys in a locker and puts the locker above the front door. As soon as Andy left, Claire began searching the house for anything that might be useful to her, and she finds a screwdriver under the couch. While Andy is at work talking to Peter and Jana, he sees that Jana has his mug. She says sorry and cleans it for him. When she hands it back, she touches his hand, and this makes him feel awkward. Andy washes his arm where she touched him. When he returns to the apartment, Claire is putting together the puzzle he got her. She asks him to sit down and help her when she notices the keys in his hand. As soon as Andy puts a hand down to move a game piece, Claire pins him to the table with a screwdriver. She takes the keys and gets away from the apartment. Andy grabs a screwdriver and follows her down the stairs, catching up to her by the door. While Claire is trying to get out, Andy shuts the door on her hand and breaks her fingers. Claire faints because she is in pain. He brings her back and leaves her on the floor while he tends to his own injury. Later, Andy visits his dad, who tells him that his mom called to ask about him. This is when we find out that Andy has problems with his mom because she avoided them and left them both. One night, Claire tells him she misses her mom. He replies that there's no use missing someone she can't have back, especially because she has him. Andy takes more pictures of her and goes into a locked room, where Claire hears weird sounds coming from. Later, while he's at work, Claire will try to pick the lock on the room, but the paper clip will break inside, and she began to see through a small hole, but she couldn't understand anything. While Andy is at work teaching a gym class, he sees one of the students, Franca, exercising. He has an uncomfortable moment as he looks at her, and she realizes he's watching her too. One night, as he is closing the locker after getting the scissors, you can see how time has passed on his hurt hand. The wound has healed. Claire has been locked up for a long time. Andy uses scissors to trim her nails and removes the bandage from her hurt hand. He tells her that he would never hurt her in the worst way she can think of because they work together as a team. A little later, he is washing her in the shower when Franca gets to the apartment building. She can enter because the door is open. When she knocks, Andy covers Claire's mouth and warns her that he will hurt Franca if she makes any noise. He goes outside to talk to the girl who likes him, and Claire shows up behind him. Andy tells Franca that Claire is his girlfriend and makes fun of her for liking him. He sends the confused girl, who saw him looking at her, away and tells Claire what her name is. He spins her around, cuts her hair as well, and then takes another picture of her. Claire suspects there's something in this hidden room, and when he's about to open the door, he warns her to stay away. Later, Andy comes back to the apartment and gives Claire some new underwear. She has to show it off for him, but after a little acting, she starts acting like she is going to fight him. The guy feels let down, so he asks her if she can just ask in a regular way. Claire responds sharply, saying that he is the one who is not normal. Andy hits Claire, and while she is getting ready, she finds nail clippings under the bed. After getting upset with her, Andy goes to sleep at his dad's house. Right now, the apartment is out of power. Claire gets cold quickly because it's winter now and snow is starting to fall. That day, Andy didn't come, so Claire stayed alone. At the same time, Andy tries to wake his dad but discovers that he has passed away. He tidies up his house and searches for some toenail clippers. When he finds them, he trims his dad's toenails while Claire is painting her own nails and trying to stay warm. Since the gas stove is still working, she can cook for herself while she's stuck in the apartment without her guard. Andy stays at his dad's house with his dead body for a few days, taking care of things there. Meanwhile, Claire is left alone, not thinking about how to escape, but instead waiting for Andy to return. She keeps finding small items that others left behind. After Andy cleans up and organizes everything at his dad's place, he returns to the apartment. Claire is surprised to see him because she believed he would never return. He tells her that his dad has passed away, and she tries to make him feel better. They spend the night together. As Christmas and New Year get closer, they both seem to enjoy spending time together and having fun like a family. Andy buys Claire some books as a gift and writes that she is perfect to him. This makes Claire curious and she asks him how he picked her. He replies that he saw her stopping on the street and looking at something. Then she asks him how he picked the other girl before her. When he lies and says there wasn't anyone else, she tells him she knows that's not true. Claire asks if he ever thinks about her, and he replies that he doesn't. They talk, and she shares a story from her childhood, but he doesn't seem to care much. Later, he gives her his dad's dog as a gift. Claire was very happy. She felt like she had found someone to share her problems with. One day, he takes her for a walk in the woods. She doesn't try to run away because he has an axe with him. After a bit, he gets ready to hurt her, but then a boy suddenly calls out to them. He asks for help because his brother is hurt, so Andy goes to see how he is. Claire goes up to the boy who called them over and asks him for help because she is in trouble. But the boy doesn't understand English and gets angry at her for grabbing him. Suddenly, their mom appears and calls the kid back while Andy picks up the axe again. He makes Claire return to him and then puts her in the car trunk. Later, when he sees how much Claire loves the dog, Andy takes the dog away and sets it free, saying it ran away. On New Year's Eve, Andy goes to the party at Peter and Jana's house. He gets a bit scared when he sees so many people. At the same time, Claire finally unlocks the door to the locked room. There, she discovers his photo book filled with all the pictures he took of her. Claire discovers that the strange sounds she heard were coming from a massage chair that leans back. Next to it, she finds a photo album filled with pictures from his childhood. At the end of that album, she looks at the pictures of the girl he had kept there before her. Suddenly, Claire hears fireworks outside because it's the new year. Andy isn't enjoying the party much, so he goes to the kitchen to wash the dishes. There, he has a strange conversation with Jana. He asks her why she flirts with him and other guys, and Jana tells him to go away because she's upset and scared. As Andy is leaving the party, he spots another girl who is a tourist and tries to talk to her. She laughs at him because he messed up a word in his question. Then her friend calls her because their taxi is here. He drives home, glancing at other women, likely searching for someone new to pursue. While Claire is in her apartment, she sees someone in the apartment across from her and gets their attention. The man quickly walks over, but just as he tries to open the door, Andy comes back and hits him on the head. When the man is on the ground, he hits him again to make sure he is dead. He makes Claire help him clean up and wrap the body in plastic. Then he puts the body in a trash can, pours gasoline on it, and lights it on fire. Claire sees the fire from her apartment. Next, Andy is putting boards over the windows in the apartment to prevent any problems like that from happening again and is finishing the cleaning. Later, Andy is reading the local newspaper when he sees an article about Claire being missing. He tells her to pack her things because he will have the apartment sprayed for bugs. Before she finishes packing, she notices him marking Franca's paper. She hurts her hand to make him look away, and when he goes to the bathroom to find some cream for the burn, Claire quickly hides the notebook under the sink. The next day, he gives back the graded notebooks to his students, including Franca. When she opens hers, she sees a photo of Claire that she was able to hide inside the notebook the night before. The girl understands what that means and asks to go to the bathroom, bringing it along. Sadly, the photo slips out of her notebook, and some other students discover it. When Franca notices that she lost the photo, she grabs her bike and rides to his apartment. In the classroom, the kids share the photo, and when it gets to Andy, he panics and rushes home as quickly as possible. Andy gets to the apartment building and notices Franca's bike and an open window. When he goes into the yard, he sees that the girls have managed to open the box. He quickly runs upstairs to see if Claire is still there. Andy doesn't see either of them in the apartment, but when he hears a noise upstairs, he goes to check it out, prepared to act. As soon as he goes into the apartment above, Claire calls him back down. Andy looks for her inside, but she hides and waits for him to explore more of the apartment. At one point, while he is in his special room, she calls out to him so he can see her locking him in the apartment. Claire took all her papers out of the box and left him locked inside. She then went to the other apartment to find Franca, helped her get out of a cupboard where she was hiding, and comforted her for not noticing it earlier. The last scene of the movie shows Claire driving in Berlin and enjoying the breeze on her face. She was likely stuck in that apartment for a year, and now she is finally free. The movie ends here. Please, my family, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.